Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to onboarding session for the training and the competition of WSRO 2025 Goa Regionals. And maybe I could just get started by sharing a small presentation here. It's just a two-slide presentation because the rest of the things we will be doing off the presentation. Uh, so this is the second year we are conducting WSRO Goa Regionals. First time we conducted it last year, soon after Codever International. And we had a pretty good success. But before that, let me just quickly go over what WSRO is in respect to what Codever is and other competitions that are going to take place. Most of this is just an onboarding session. The entire detailed thing will go about in the physical training sessions that we'll conduct tomorrow in Mapsa and on 27th in Madgaon. So, WSRO is an organization that is supported by the Chirpal Group. It stands for World STEM and Robotics Olympiad. And unlike Codever, which is actually directly hosted by a manufacturer of a particular STEM kit, WSRO is not that. It's an open STEM event. Most of the competitions over there do not have any single dependency on any particular kit. You can use any kit in the market. For most of them, there are some competitions where a specific kit is required. And that is one of the reason why we always prefer to share the link to the training sessions first rather than directly the registration process. Uh, Also, what we had observed was in some competitions, because they sound pretty much similar, we'll look at some of those. People register, but they register for a wrong category. That's also a problem. So, the idea behind this session is to understand what WSRO is, what kind of events take place in WSRO, and where and how can we try to participate to maximize our success. Right? With that, obviously, if you have any questions at any point of time, you can post it in the chat here, or I had shared the Slido link. Everyone knows about that, right? I had shared the Slido link in the group earlier. There are only 3 questions being posted here. Please keep posting your questions so we can track them, and we'll try our best to answer each one of them. The same process will continue throughout the week. All right. So that's briefly about WSRO. Last year, we had around 5 tracks, 5 different competitions that we had kept at Goa Regionals. This time, we are keeping around 9. So that's quite a lot of tracks. And we'll also talk about why we are doing that. But before that, let us try and understand where Goa stands, right? What is Goa's journey for Codever, for WSRO, and rest of the competitions that took place. Um, so one of the things that had happened last year, and that was not organized by us, was what is called as Goa International Robotics Festival. Um, so that was basically for FTC competition. It is called as First Tech Challenge. Codever Goa Regionals happened soon after that. And Codever is, those who have participated would know, there are only 2 tracks for Codever. Uh, Track one, which is basically you get a project and present it. And track two is a robo mission category. You need to build a robot using what is called as a quirky kit. And that robot has to perform some given number of tasks in given amount of time, right? So just give me a minute. Sorry. So that's roughly the idea. Uh, on the other hand, WSRO is mostly an open category where there is no particular kit. Just give me a minute. Sorry. Sorry. Um, on the other hand, WSRO is slightly open category. You will see lot many STEM related competitions here. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So it gives a slightly wider exposure to students. Last year, WSRO didn't had a robo mission category, which is there this time. We'll talk about that also, but that's what it is. Uh, so, go ahead. So, sorry, I almost missed the track with call. Um, so WSRO in last year, the Codever 5, that is Codever 2024, was conducted in Goa regionals in around just 15 days period. That is, many of the students who participated over there had received a training just 2 days, 2 or 3 days before. Uh, sorry, 2 or 3 days before, and and even after that, we won two awards at the international. So Goa won two awards at the international, and both were the first prizes. Uh, on the other hand, for WSRO, we had conducted a training almost for entire month. For one whole month, we were conducting online and offline trainings. One at South Goa, one at North Goa, and then there were a lot of online trainings in between. The same process we are going to repeat this year as well. We'll share the training calendar. And that had given us three teams winning three different awards at three different competitions in WSRO Nationals. So let us try um, Codever 6 regionals in so Codever 6 nationals just happened. There are three teams from Goa who are now going to participate in Codever 6 International that is going to take place in Qatar in May. And then June 15th is when we are planning WSRO. So we are trying to just be better than what we were last year. Great. That's briefly what about Codever and WSRO. Obviously, there is FTC also, but I'll not take time from this session to talk about First Tech Challenge here. We will talk in detail about that as a progression plan in the physical training sessions where we will have time. Moving on, let's talk about the competitions that happen. I hope you all can share, you all can see the screen. We'll directly do it off the WSRO's website because the registration and all is directly handled on the WSRO website. So we do not handle any registration here. So going to competitions, and we can see what all competitions exist. So let's go to regionals and we'll talk about the competitions over there, right? So you can see uh, this year's WSRO track starts from Goa. That is on 15th June. That is the first competition that will happen in WSRO 2025 lineup, right? All other regionals will take place after Goa. That is an added benefit of having it this way. We'll go over that shortly. But before that, let's try and look at the competitions. What all competitions generally exist over here, right? So in total, you can see there are 18 competitions that take place, right, in WSR. All of them are not happening in Goa because some of them are there only for regionals. And within these competitions that are happening, please understand, only few tracks are eligible to go all the way till internationals. Some of them will stop till nationals. So let us go over them one by one. Lego Budding Builder, as you can see, is happening only at the national level, right? That is not taking place in Goa regionals, and we are not conducting a training for it. Also, Lego Budding Builder is even to be sort of have a chance of winning at it, one needs to have a Lego kit, a lot of parts around it, and that's a problem. So generally not, we generally don't conduct it, or we don't even ask for it to be conducted in regionals. Lego line following is going to take place in Goa, right? But understand two major differences here. There is Lego line following, and then there is a separate line following, as you can see here, which is non-Lego category. Please do not confuse between these two. Last year, there some teams confused between these two. Just try and be careful. Uh, I'll quickly describe the differences between these two. So line following is a mission where you need to build a robot that is going to trace a black line. So there is going to be a big mat with a black line. We'll demonstrate all of this during the physical training sessions. You need to construct a robot or have a robot that can go over that line. right? And then the robot that completes the whole path in the shortest amount of time wins. Okay, so there are two categories here. This particular one, which is going to take place at the regional level, is something where you can get the robot made up of any kit, right? You can have this line following robot made up of Raspberry Pi, you can have this made up of Arduino, you can have this made up of Teensy, or there are some kits which are already supplied to school. You can get a line following robot made up from those parts also. That is this category, as you can see here. It's explicitly mentioned as non-Lego. Okay, that is going to happen at regionals. If you win, and by win, I mean in top five. Okay. If you come in top five, you get to participate in nationals. And if you come in top five in national level, you get to go for international, which is going to take place in Dubai. Make sense? You can give a thumbs up or anything uh, using Zoom. But again, in the last 15 minutes, we will open up the mic for any questions. Lego line following is pretty much similar. There is going to be a track. There is going to be a black line over a white mat. But your robot has to be built with specific Lego kits. Those Lego kits are EV3 or Lego Spike Prime. If you do not have access to Lego kits, EV3 or Spike Prime, do not register for Lego line following. Okay. Uh, Go ahead for junior line following. That is the robot you can build with any parts. Also, junior line follow the kit that you need or any parts that you need for building a Lego line following is way cheaper than being able to buy a Lego kit for each one of those. Okay, so make the decision properly. Concept, everything remains the same, just two different hardware. That's it. That's the only difference between these two. Okay, and the other difference is one category is eligible for internationals, other category is not eligible for internationals. I hope that makes it clear. Uh, we are keeping Lego Master Challenge. We are keeping it in Goa regionals, but as per the rule book, this again needs a specific Lego kit, which includes what is called as Lego Spike Essentials or Lego VDO. We suspect probably people do not have that kit in Goa. We are still keeping it in Goa regionals, but we are also making this particular line open for everybody else all across India to come and participate for, just like any other competitions. So we hope that almost all or majority of the participants in this particular category, sorry, not Lego line following, Lego Master Challenge is going to be outside of Goa, right? But again, that is not eligible for internationals. Junior Robo Race is an interesting competition. Junior Robo Race is one of that competition where you do not need to know a lot of coding. Most of this is as good as like, driving your remote control car. There is a track. That track can have some obstacles in between. You just need to build a robot or get a robot that you can drive over it. Idea is same. If you complete the one who completes the track fastest, earliest, not fastest, earliest with least amount of penalties wins, right? Top five amongst those who win at Goa regionals will go to nationals. There is no international for robo race category. Makes sense, right? Uh, Senior line following is very much similar to junior line following. The thing is, last year, this used to be one combined category. That is the age group for a single category used to start from 6-year-old all the way. So it was always 6+. There never used to be a top line for it. So last year when it happened in Goa, there were students participating from fourth standard, third standard, I think, third standard, all the way to engineering students, right? Who participated in a single category. They were basically competing with each other. Um, But this year that won't happen because as you can see, the max age limit for junior category that is going to take place at the regional level in Goa is 15. So essentially, this is from something like third standard to second standard to 10th, right? That's what this is going to be. STEM balloon car is also regional and national. That is going to take place in Goa. This didn't happen in Goa last year. We are keeping it for Goa regionals this year. This is another competition for that basically does not even involve electronics. The only idea is there is going to be a straight track. There are no turns here. It's just going to be a straight track. One who completes maximum distance in least amount of time wins, right? So understand the rule. You have to go. Your balloon car has to go as further as possible in the least amount of time. And when I say as further as possible, it is the straight distance, right? Uh, it's not much complicated to build this robot. You just need to get the right strategy, and you need to ensure that your robot stands on the straight line, right? And constructed in a way that the balloon you can extract maximum energy out of balloon, so that it goes further and faster. This is the simplest one of any one of the competitions, right? This year we are keeping it in Goa. Last year we kind of didn't understand why or how this is beneficial until we saw the event in national level. So yeah, there is a lot of physics involved here. Uh, it's still a worthy STEM competition. Do not take it as, oh, this doesn't look like robotics. Still a worthy competition. You just need to probably build one and try to see how challenging it can become to cross that extra mile. But it's fun, right? So we are keeping this. Entrepreneurship challenge was there in Goa last year. It was allowed for regionals, but this year it is only there for nationals. I'll explain what this only for national means in a while. Young Scientist Junior is not happening. The Young Scientist has total of three different categories. Just understand this. Let us take some time to understand Young Scientist categories, right? There is three categories here. There is Junior, Senior, Energy. Junior, Senior, Algorithms, and then there is something called as All STEM Open. Let us understand the differences. Young Scientist Junior is not happening in regionals. Okay. Uh, and on top of that, Young Scientist Junior has a requirement on a specific kit. It's called a Blix kit. Uh, but anyways, it is not happening in regionals. If you want to apply for this directly at the national level, you can, but those projects need to be built with the Blix kit. Okay. Young Scientist Energy Senior is going to happen in Goa regionals. Uh, it's a presentation project. There is no track where you need to drive autonomous or a manual robot. You need to build a project related to energy conservation. So you need to build a project and show how your product or your project overall, right, is going to conserve an energy. A simplest possible thing is um, constructing a system that turns off the lights or the AC when people are not there. I'm just giving an idea. It all depends on your creativity. Um, Only requirement is young scientist senior. You can construct any robot, just that as an electronics, it has to include what is called as a quirky kit, and its programming has to be done using PictoBlocks. That's one requirement. That's a mandatory requirement for young scientist senior, right? If you have a quirky kit, you can consider this as a good option. Also note, it has pathway all the way till international, right? So that's something to consider. Uh, Young scientist energy algorithms is a slightly what you call as a relaxed category of senior. Idea is same, it is an energy thing, but also consider the age limit, right? So the first one is 9 to 13, and this one is 13 plus, right? So essentially, 13 plus, essentially, 8 years and above, 8 standard and above. So this is also eligible for internationals, regionals to internationals. Quirky is not mandatory, but coding in Python using pictoblocks is mandatory. We are keeping it. We don't probably expect much participants over here. If there are participants, will be pleasantly surprised. Okay. Fully encouraged if you want to try this out. But if you do not have Quirky, if you do not know Python, the best category in that case for a presentation project is either two. Either you can do Young Scientist All STEM Open. Uh, this is basically any project. There is no dependency on coding. There is no dependency on a particular electronic hardware. Just build a project that is related to one of the themes that they have given over there, and we'll go in detail about these particular things during the training sessions, physical training sessions. Um, but yeah, this is the next easiest one that exists. There is no dependency on a particular kit, right? But it limits itself till nationals. It doesn't go all the way till international. Um, this is then followed by most of the competitions that you see that are directly eligible for nationals. We'll talk about it briefly, and finally, um, there is something called as an Industry 4.0 challenge. Uh, Registration cost wise, this is the highest, right? But the thing is, you need to construct a robot that is going to perform a mission. And that robot has to be constructed using Quirky and pictoblocks. So this is nothing but track 2 equivalent of a Codever 6. This is almost equivalent. The missions are similar, just that the track is not similar. It is a different track. The other difference of Industry 4.0 challenge, even the robot stays the same, and Codever, is in Codever, manual mode was allowed. That is, you could do some missions autonomously, and some missions you can do it by driving manually. But Industry 4.0, the robot is same, track is similar, but all missions has to be done autonomously. That's the difference between these two, right? But on the plus side, you have regionals, you have nationals, and you have chance if you win at nationals to go all the way till internationals in Dubai. That's largely the difference. Um, if you are really targeting for international, um, the best ones are either the line following, right? That you can see here, doesn't have any specific requirement on a particular kit, particular hardware. It could be just any board. Just that probably you need to construct a robot that can maintain a line and do the entire mission in the shortest possible time. Obviously, the training for this is provided. I'm only considering those for which the internationals will be considered. Okay. The next one is sorry. The next one is and sorry. The next one for international is Young Scientist Junior, but that has a particular requirement on a kit. I'm not going there. Um, the next for international, the best ones, if you do not want lot of kit or a specific hardware related thing, is to then target for Young Scientist energy algorithms, right? Pictoblocks is free. You just need to code it in Python. Again, if required, the specific training could be provided, but look at the age criteria for it. All right. In any case, if you want to do track one, or track one is in young scientist category, if you already have access to Quirky with you, you do not, and if you do not want to do Industry 4.0 challenge, simply go for Young Scientist Energy Senior, right? And you have a good chance going all the way till internationals. So that's briefly all competitions. Apart from that, there are competitions which can be participated upon directly at national level. That is, once they open up the slots for national level competition, you just need to go to WSRO website. Do not select Goa regionals, directly select for WSRO national, and then you can directly register yourself to entrepreneurship challenge. This is also a presentation project, very much similar to track one of uh, whatever. You can go for water rocketry. This is another simple challenge which exists. You just probably you might have seen that, right? You need to build a robot which is filled, sorry, not robot, a rocket which is filled with water, and then you need to pump the air in it. The rocket which goes highest wins, but this is allowed only at the national level, and you can definitely participate into it. Second one is drone, right? You can participate for junior drone category again at national level. The reason why drone category is currently only at the national level, last year also it was only at the national level. This year also it is at the national level, and partly the reason is you require special permissions from the government, especially DGCI, to fly drones, right? That's the reason it is kept only at the national level. Hopefully, next year or so, we may try to have some version of it at the regional level, but right now it is directly at the national level. So, yeah, that's simply about it. The way to register this, I'll just mention, we'll go about this in detail during the physical training. Do not register anywhere if you have doubts. Okay, caused some confusion last year. Do not do that till your doubts are clarified. Okay, there is no need to hurry. The competition is taking place on June 15th, right? Plus we are starting quite early. And this year, unlike last year the training was mandated only to those who register. We are not mandating it only to those who register this year. Um, But consider that, if you need to buy something, some hardware or something, that takes time to get delivered, plus the time that you need to practice. So consider that it is better to register early, uh, so that you can also, start ordering some parts directly. Registration process is simple. Just go to regionals, select the Goa regional. Please do not select anywhere else. Last year it so happened, some people accepted for Bhopal and Ahmedabad regionals. Do not do that. Directly come to Goa regionals. Note, it is happening on June 15th at Saraswati Vidyalaya, Mapsa. Uh, Look at the maximum number of teams that is allowed and select the competition that you want to participate and register for there. Okay. Please note, this too will go away. AI Innovator Challenges, Junior and Senior, it is not happening in Goa. Okay, that is because it is an entirely new kit. We haven't personally seen the kit and will not be able to provide any guidance or any training over it. As such, for this year, we are not keeping it. It was just launched. We personally are not comfortable in having it. It requires a specific kit also, a special kit. Um, right now, we didn't see any value in going for it. Whatever can happen here can happen in other categories also. But if things change different, if we get some good feedback around it, we may consider it next year. But this year, uh, all of us are not comfortable having it in Goa. Uh, so yes, that is what it is. Now, let's look at the training plan, right? And then we can open up for questions. Are we getting any questions? Still no questions. Um, I hope everybody is having access to Slido, right? I've shared the link yesterday. So please start posting your questions over there. Or we'll definitely open up the mic setting also. Training calendar. This opens up from tomorrow. As you can see, we are already here. This is happening today, right now. Physical training, North Goa, happens tomorrow. Okay, the schedule is already shared with everyone who had registered. Starts at reporting time is 10. We will start around 10:30. The entire schedule is shared. This is very much similar to what we did last year. Again, note there is one in North Goa, one in South Goa. Okay, it's currently written at Chowgule College here. This is not yet confirmed. If you have probably checked the circular, it still says to be decided. We'll con will confirm the venue in by this week for sure. Um, but yes, there is a training happening on 27th in South Goa. We just need to decide on the venue. Um, it's going to be exactly same And do not confuse between the locations. It is not like the North Goa session is only for people from North Goa and South Goa is only for people from South Goa. They are just two venues, right? People can choose to attend which one they want to attend. If you want to come for North Goa, that is happening tomorrow. Anyone, those from Madgaon also can come. So entire South Goa can come to, Saraswati Vidyalaya tomorrow. And the same thing is allowed on the other side also. Plus, you can attend both also if required. That is what this is right now. The schedule is shared in detail. Okay, so feel free to ask any questions. We have kept one planned physical or planned online session on 10th of May. Okay, we may plan more. Last year also the same thing had happened. The only reason why those are not planned is we want to have those in a bit focused way. So once we have our two physical training sessions on 20th and 27th, based on the feedback that many of you will be asking for, we will have focused training sessions only for that particular category, right? That's roughly what this is going to be. Uh, this is a short training session, just more like checking up the progress. But what is definitely planned is on 25th of May and 1st of June, there is a mock competition that will happen, right? This is, um, so the difference is probably you will not see robo race, the actual robo race track, or even, a good amount of robo race track tomorrow and on 27th. 27th you may, because there is one track currently in Chowgule. If the training happens in Chowgule, you will get to see the track. But that's not the competition track. Okay. But in case of 25th and 1st, 25th May and 1st of June, we will try to make sure that people get at least one chance on not the competition track. We cannot promise that it is going to be a competition track, but a similar track for line following as well as robo race. And then there is one planned session again, just a last minute session. And finally, on 15th of June, we are having a competition. That's the training schedule as of now. This is the planned training schedule. Obviously, more things will get planned, uh, but that will all depend on the feedback that you provide. All right. Uh, let's move on and quickly start looking at the questions. Um, there were questions on registration fees. Okay. Training does not have registration fee. You don't need to pay any amount to anyone to attend your training. Okay. Training is entirely free. Uh, that means all planned training sessions are free for all. Okay. Uh, as far as the registration amount is concerned, you can see it here, right? This is the registration fees. There are different for each type of a competition, but understand that the fee is not per person, it is per team, right? So for example, let's say this is 3,500 for robo race. And if you get a team of three, this amount gets distributed among three people. It depends on the team how you want to do it. If you just one of you wants to pay and get two of them for free, that's up to you. Only one suggestion we will give here is you may share the registration fees, but please do not share the cost of the kit. This I will still leave it up to you. It's just a recommendation from our end because it gets really, let's say you buy a line follower kit and then you are spreading the cost amongst three people. What will you give? Like it becomes very tricky to say, okay, this will is for you, this will is for you. I'll keep the board. It gets a little tricky to distribute the parts. So if you do not have the parts, probably one of you can, buy the kit and other two can then float the cost for the registration fees, but we'll leave that up to you. But generally, from our experience, it's not a good idea to spread the cost of the kit itself amongst team members. Um, yeah, that's what it is roughly. So I think the registration fees has been answered. Um, Awards and all will be communicated in coming days. Last year there was cash prize. I'll explain how it happened last year. There are three awards: first prize, second prize, third prize. Okay, and two what is called as a jury's award. Okay, that is basically the fourth prize and the fifth prize. Okay, uh, everyone gets a trophy, everyone gets a medal, but only first, second, and third gets a cash prize. Make sense? This is how it was last year. You get cash prize. There was cash prize even at the regional level last year, and same thing for the national level also. Uh, just that prizes are not in our hand, right? Prizes are always given by WSRO. They are not given by any regional partner. This probably approximately it is probably was for that. Um, yeah. Um, I think amount wise, I think for line follower and some of the other categories, the first prize was of 10,000 rupees, if I remember correctly, at the regional level. Second prize was of 8,000 rupees, and third prize was of 5,000 rupees. For Lego line follower, the first prize was of 8,000 rupees. Second cash prize was for 5,000 rupees, and there was no cash prize for third place. Uh, yeah, I think that probably answers this. Will you facilitate the kit or we have to order? Okay. This we will go about this in detail in during the physical training. We'll give options for the kits that are available. Um, just that I don't want to do this on online medium, partly because last time it created a bit of confusion and some bad things happened. To give a reference, uh, we generally do not enforce unless the competition rules dictate a kit. We do not enforce that you have to take it from us or from anyone. We are not suppliers. Okay, we could recommend few people whom we trust, right? That their kit. So, like let's say for example, if you are getting a line follower, right? That line follower kit at least should give you a fighting chance to win. We know what kind of competition that is going to be, and we will not recommend a kit which we know is not going to work over there, right? That's one part. But obviously, there are many kits. Plus, you can construct on your own also. But that will leave up to you. Do not ask us if we should go for this kit or that kit. Obviously, if that kit is known to be bad, we will say no to it. But if that kit is good, we will not choose between that. And the reason being, it does not, to a great extent, it does not depend on a kit. It depends on what you present, how you practice, and how you program it wherever it is required, right? Otherwise, like for example, Codever, right? It was the same kit for everyone, yet there were winners and some people had struggled, some people didn't have to struggle. It doesn't depend on a kit. Okay, so focus on the training. But yeah, we will go about this in detail in person because if you have any questions, I want to make sure that we personally answer it. So don't come under any confusion. You can always validate the options against us. If it is bad, if that doesn't work, if we know that doesn't work, we'll tell you that. For any good kit, we'll just say you can go for any. Uh, So yeah, for tomorrow training, who will provide the kit or should we bring the kit? Okay, that's a good question. This is just the first training that we are doing. We expect probably most of you won't have a kit. We have Mr. Yogesh here from Curious Mind. He will be bringing in the kit for Robo Race. Last time that kit performed really well. National level, it didn't win, but it performed at Goa regionals and national it performed quite well. Again, we should see this in context. Okay, it is not about the kit is not capable or something. It's just that there are various other factors. Let's consider that tomorrow in person. It is important to know how to do some certain things, how to participate for balloon car, for example. We may think it is as simple as just put some four wheels and put a balloon over it. Well, yeah, it works, but it may not make you win. Or similar for other competitions. Um, so that is the option that we have. We have a few options for line follower, but we expect it will not be ready tomorrow, right? Even if you order today. So tomorrow we will conduct the training on how to code for it, the options that are there to construct it, and how to construct it. That will happen tomorrow for sure. Okay. But there is still another physical training session that is going to take place. Plus, we will definitely plan more physical training sessions once everybody has probably signed up and have ordered their kits. Right? That will happen. That will happen for sure. Nobody will be left behind. But we do not expect anybody to have kits tomorrow. Laptop, certainly yes. We'll mention that shortly today. Uh, Please do bring in laptop in either case. Uh, so the way it would go tomorrow, the training would go tomorrow. We still have 15 minutes. So I'll open up the mic settings. Let me stop the sharing for now. I'll just quickly open up the mic settings for people to just um, yeah. Now you can unmute yourself, but please make sure that you don't leave it unmuted. Otherwise, there will be a lot of background noise coming here. Yes, back to screen sharing. Yeah. So, yes, please bring your laptop. We will start with understanding what the kit options are for each of the category, how they look like, from where you can purchase them for sure. Um, Obviously, you can go through any other route. Like, for example, Quirky is available on Amazon also, or you can get from Stempedia's website too, or you can, give your name to us and you can pass on the details and then they will supply it directly to you. It is up to you how that will happen. We'll just share all the options. Similarly, if you want to build for RoboRace, you can construct it yourself. You can go for Curious Mind. Plus, we are checking with one more supplier. Uh, Same thing happens for line follower. Um, we will talk about how to construct one, what parts you need for it. But there is somebody who provided us with trusted kit last year. It ended up winning the second prize. That particular kit ended up winning the second prize for Go Originals. So yeah, that option is there. So yeah, that message will definitely provide. Dhruv, you've raised a hand. You can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Sir, where will be competition?
Competition will be the final competition you make for Go Originals.
Yeah, Goa.
That will happen at Saraswati Vidyalaya, 15th of June.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other question? Anyone? You can either unmute yourself, ask it directly, or you can post it in Slido.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I didn't get link of a Q&A.
You didn't get the link for Q&A? Okay, I'll share it.
Okay.
I'll share it once again. But yes, Nirvan, you have any questions? You can unmute yourself.
Yes. Do we need any new kit for that AI innovator?
AI Innovator has a different kit. Again, none of us have personally seen that kit. We don't know how it works. We don't know where else it is going to be used. So AI Innovator, we won't be doing it in Goa unless there are a lot of people who are interested in it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, anyone? What if my laptop is not available tomorrow? That's a good question. It is completely fine. You can still come for the training. You can probably pair with someone, or we'll try to pair you up with someone. You can try and understand the concept, right? Or you can probably take the screenshots of the code or anything that is being shown. You can collect the notes, whatever that is required. You can go home whenever the laptop is available. You can practice for all of it. You can note down the references which we'll be sharing tomorrow. Uh, and once you have your laptop or any other project related stuff or the kit thing available, we'll anyways be having a second session. Does it answer your question? Anyways, for tomorrow's session, we have considered the fact that most of you probably won't be having the kit, or most of you won't be having probably the laptop in time. That's completely fine. So I think probably there are is there things in chat? Okay. Uh, okay. Let's see. Will
Sir,
we be
what are maximum a participant in junior robo race?
maximum participants in junior robo race? That's actually mentioned. So always refer to the chart which is they were provided, right? That's the final thing. So for junior robo race, it's 3.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Uh, will we be provided the kits, or we need on our own? Yeah, I think we just answered that right now. For young scientist, all STEM open. The kids needs to use a particular kit, or can they? Yes, for all STEM open, that is this particular category, you can construct it in anything that you have, right? It is basically an entirely open category, very much similar. It is exactly similar to what it was last year. Even the themes are same. Uh, what will be taught in the training session. The schedule has been shared for tomorrow's training session. Largely, we will go over the kits and the hardware construction option. In the first half of the session, we will do two things. There are going to be two simultaneous sessions that will be taking place. It will happen in the same venue. One which will be focused on basic coding using PictoBlocks, and the second one is going to be, which will happen simultaneously, is construction of the robot. Okay, that's the second session. After lunch, this is going to be about programming and constructing a quirky and a line follower robot. Okay, that is what is going to be taught in the training session. Uh, what new kit do we need for AI innovator? So that's a good question. I haven't seen that particular kit. I haven't seen what capability that particular kit has. This particular competition was just 2 or 3 days back. It was announced. The kit is by an organization called as Meritus AI. Their website lists some kit, but again, we don't know which one of that kit it is. Um, as per the rule book, if we have interpreted it correctly, um, once you register, they will be sending you the kit, right? That is what we know of. If enough people are really interested in this, we can find more details about this. We still have time till 15th of June. Uh, but what we will be limited with is our ability to provide training on this particular kit. We can train on general AI concepts, but if there is anything specific about the kit, that is where we will not feel confident. Uh, for entrepreneurship competition, do the kids need to use specific kit? For entrepreneurship, no. There is no specific kit as such, just that it is directly available for nationals. In line follow, can we use our own Arduino or STEM equipment? Yes. For non-Lego line following category, yes. You can use Arduino, you can use Tinsy, you can use Raspberry Pi, anything. right? That is up to you. Do we have last year championship video links? Yes, we have some videos. The event was covered under Prudent also. We'll share that. What if we don't have a laptop? All competitions do not require you to have a laptop. Robo Race has no need for a laptop, for example. Plus, you can participate as a team. So if it is okay, even if you one of the team member has access to a laptop, that's completely fine. And if it is about a training, as I just mentioned, we don't expect you to come with a laptop tomorrow. If you have a laptop, come with one. Otherwise, you can understand the concepts, go back, and then by the next training sessions, we can arrange. What should we do if our laptop is not available? Same thing, I just answered that. What will be taught in the practice session? I just mentioned that. Where will be the competition? That competition will happen at Saraswati Vidyalaya this year. Last year it had happened in Kampal Stadium. This year it will happen in school. Junior drone competition, where it will be. Drone competition is going to happen only at nationals. When the national training slot will be open, you just need to go over there and register yourself directly. Uh, can we can use Arduino Uno? We can use Arduino Uno, and can we handle on remote? Was that for drone? It was asked by Supriya Naik. Uh, we can use Arduino Uno, and can we handle on remote? I didn't get the question. If was this for drone? Just if you can just probably give some clarity in the question, we'll be able to answer that. Uh, what about Young Scientist Open? Can we use any kit? Yes, Young Scientist Open, you can use any kit. This particular one. Okay. Again, Young Scientist algorithms, you can use any kit. Just that coding has to happen in Python through PictoBlocks. Uh, is is the training will happen tomorrow, available tomorrow for junior line follower? Yes, we will go about how the robots are constructed and how it is programmed. We'll go over it. Obviously, it requires more training that single half day thing. But yes, we'll at least start tomorrow. Uh, let's check if okay. Uh, what is the timing for tomorrow's session? Timing for tomorrow's session is 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Reporting is 10 a.m. The confirmed training will start at 10:30. Okay. Do not wait till 10:30. Try to be there before 10:30. Because otherwise there's some time that will go in setting up your system and everything. That wastes time. And we want to make maximum of the day that we have. What is the timing? Yeah, so we just answered that. When do we need to pay the fee? You do not need to pay for fee for the training. That you need to pay only when you go to WSRO's website when you want to register for a competition. So you can go register, like select the competition that you want to do. Let's say Lego line following, right? You can see what is the team size and all that is allowed, and then you can sorry, and then you can sorry. And then you can say register now, fill up the form, and towards the end you can pay. This happens directly on the website. Uh, just make sure that whenever your payment happens, whatever option you use, right? If you use UPI or anything to pay for it, keep the receipt. For making junior drone, can we use, okay, it was for making a drone. Okay. So generally, Arduino is not allowed. I mean, you do not make drones using Arduino. You require what is called as a flight controller. Okay, so you can use something called as, so there are some robots which are built with ESP32, but largely you use something called as a flight controller for it, drone flight controller. You can code it using ESP32. I have not seen drones made with Arduino. Um, But if you're using, but whatever, whether you build it with Arduino or with ESP32, they are not dedicated flight controllers. What that means is you will need to code lot of things. What you actually need is a practice, not too much of coding. Is the training session only for line following or is it also for young scientists? That's a good question. So if you checked, young scientist, one category which is there requires both Quirky as well as PictoBlocks. Uh, that is being considered tomorrow. So PictoBlocks, there will be a training that will happen on PictoBlocks. There will be a training that will happen on Quirky. We have kept some time for it. Uh, but the actual training you need for any kind of presentation projects is the skill on being able to present it, how you sort of arrange yourself and everything. Um, that requires a little longer schedule, depending on what the exact asks is, how many people are there for that particular ask, what kind of training you will need, we will plan for it. But right now, in tomorrow, we will not go around the presentation part. We will have a brief guidance, but technical guidance will be there tomorrow. Can we buy a drone or do we have to make it? You can buy a drone. You can buy any drone. Just that, there are some toy drones. You can participate with a toy drone. That works. You'll be allowed. Just that the chance of victory is very less with it. They are slow. They are small. They are slow. And the competition generally happens outside, as in they basically put an enclosed place around it. It happens outside, and there is a wind. So you need to consider that. Training on 27th will be same as that of tomorrow, as it won't be possible for us to attend tomorrow. Yes, the training for 27th will be same as tomorrow. What they will teach how to code during the training. Yes, we will start with some of the coding concepts, which is required to be able to participate. We'll at least get started. We'll cover the basic things and we'll provide the references. Last year, to address some further needs around this, we had kept more online training sessions. Those will definitely be planned as well. But tomorrow we are just starting with it. Yeah, we are already past the time. It's 3:32. Uh, if you have anything, post your questions on WhatsApp. We'll try to answer that, or we'll be there tomorrow. If you can't make it tomorrow, we'll meet on 27th. Um, in which class will be the training conducted? Uh, the training is in the hall. It's in Anandgiri Hall at Saraswati Vidyalaya. 27th venue, when it will be finalized, it should get finalized in a day or two. On which website do we need to register? For training, you don't need to register. For competition, you just go to WSRO.in. Yeah, right, as you can see here. Just go to that website and register yourself directly. Uh, I'll just advise, do not hurry over there in the registration. At least make sure that you are there at least for one physical training, and only after that you register. It is okay if you register. There is no harm. We just recommend it because it just so happens that people sometimes register for wrong competitions. Uh, yeah, that's it. We are right on time. Uh, what is the price of Quirky Ultimate Kit? We'll go about that. We'll share all the details because uh, it is not just the Quirky Ultimate Kit, right? You should be able to build a robot with it, and that robot should help you to win. Uh, so we'll go about it in detail. Like, it's a bit complicated than saying just go for this kit. So we'll go about this in tomorrow's training, and in the subsequent training that will take place. Uh, what will teach how to code? We just talked about that. On which website should we register? It is WSRO.in. So yeah, thank you everyone. Thanks for attending today's session. Uh, I'm personally expecting to see all of you tomorrow and also on 27th. As we have said before, you are free to attend both the training sessions, right? It is not that North is only for North Goa, South is only for South Goa. They are just two different venues. You can attend on either of them or you can attend both of them, right? But if you're registering for the competition, do not miss the final competition, the mock competition event. For the training, no registration, so directly we can come. Yes. Since two training sessions will be held simultaneously, does it mean that those who are interested in programming and construction should join accordingly? Yes. At least for tomorrow. Yeah. Um, we tried to give them separately, but that we couldn't sort of like give enough time having them separate. So unfortunately, we'll have to split. Uh, Thanks, Ved. Should we wear our school uniform? Up to you. Uh, what we are asking for is do come with an adult, at least one adult. Uh, Uniform is not mandatory. Okay. Thanks everyone. Post your further questions on the WhatsApp group that is there for the training. We'll make sure that it is answered. Nirvan, all the further questions will take on the WhatsApp group. Is that okay? Yeah. Thanks everyone. Have a good day ahead and see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.